Hi there, friends. I hope you're staying safe and warm during this winter weather. Okay, it is time for our math lesson for this cold Tuesday. Our lesson is called Hiding Bears, Lesson 611. Let's be sure we're ready. Say eyes watching, ears listening, voices quiet, body still. Great job. Let's read today's objective. Say, I can make combinations of 10. Good. Our big idea questions are, how does knowing different ways to make 10 help me know what number of bears is missing? And how might a number line or a 10 frame help me? Let's begin by warming up with a song. You can stand up.
Do your students like explosions, cute animals?
Here we go.
I like to make 10 again and again. I like to make 10 again and again. So many combinations. I like to make 10. 0 plus 10 makes 10. 1 plus 9 makes 10. 2 plus 8 makes 10. 3 plus 7 makes 10. 4 plus 6 makes 10. 5 plus 5 makes 10. 6 plus 4 makes 10. 7 plus 3 makes 10. 8 plus 2 makes 10. 9 plus 1 makes 10. 10 plus 0 makes 10. Now let me tell you what I like again. I like to make 10 again and again. I like to make 10 again and again. So many combinations. I like to make 10. 0 plus 10 makes 10. 1 plus 9 makes 10. 2 plus 8 makes 10. 3 plus 7 makes 10. 4 plus 6 makes 10. 5 plus 5 makes 10. 6 plus 4 makes 10. 7 plus 3 makes 10. 8 plus 2 makes 10. 9 plus 1 makes 10. 10 plus 0 makes 10. Now let me tell you what I like again. I like to make 10 again and again. I like to make 10 again and again. So many combinations. I like to make 10.
Great. So that song was all about making 10, which is what we're going to do today by playing a game called Hiding Bears. All right, I'm going to move myself more out of the way so you can see. Okay, it's going to be Miss Murphy's turn. I'm going to model for you or pretend like I'm a kindergartner. You have to really pay attention to what I'm saying and what I'm doing because I'm going to ask you some questions at the end. And if you watch me, then when it's your turn, you'll know what to do. Okay, so as you can see, I have some green bears right here, and I have a cup. There are some bears hiding underneath my cup. I have to find out how many bears are hiding. So let me step in. Okay, so I know I have bears hiding under my cup. And today I'm making 10. So I'm going to begin by counting how many bears I can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can see 7 bears. So I'm going to point to the number 7 on my number line. Now I have to find out how many bears are hiding under the cup. This is pretty tricky, but if I use a number line or a 10 frame to help me, I think I can figure it out. Okay, so I already have 7, and there's 10 all together, so I'm going to count how many more it takes to get to 10. 1, 2, 3. I think there are 3 bears hiding under my cup. Let's use a 10 frame to find out. I'm going to move my bears to my 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there are 7 bears on my 10 frame. Now I'm going to count the empty spaces. 1, 2, 3. I know altogether there are 10 bears. I see 7. That means there are 3 bears hiding under my cup. Let's move my cup and see if I'm correct. 1, 2, 3. Correct. Okay, I'm stepping out. What was the first thing you saw me do? That's right. First, you saw me count how many bears I could see. I counted 7. Then what did you see me do? That's right. I heard you say that you used the number line. You counted how many bears you saw using a number line. And then you counted on and tried to find out how many bears were under the cup. After I practiced with a number line, what did I do? That's right, I used a 10 frame. I placed the bears that I could see on the 10 frame, and then I counted the empty spaces, and I found out there were 3 empty spaces. So I knew that 7 and 3 made 10. Then finally, at the end, what did you see me do? Good, I removed the cup, and I counted that there were 3 bears under the cup. Great job. Now we're going to play together. Okay, so to play, you're going to need 10 small objects. You could use pasta, rice, cereal, crowns, anything that's small. I'm going to use pennies. And then you're going to need a cup that you can't see through. So not a glass cup. I'm going to use this little blue bowl that I have. So to play the game, I start with my 10 small objects, my 10 pennies. I'm going to hide some under my cup and then flip it over. Now we're going to count how many we can see. I'm going to hold them up and you'll count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can see 5 pennies. All right? So I'm going to use this number line on the screen to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to count how many more it takes to get to 10. That will tell us how many pennies are hiding under the cup. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there are 5 pennies hiding under my cup. So I see 5, and I think 5 are hiding. Let's check if this even makes sense. Remember, we're trying to make 10, so let's count 5 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I made 10. I'm going to remove my cup and count how many pennies I see. I think we were right, friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 5 equals 10. I'm going to write that on my paper. 5 plus 5 equals 10. All right. Now, let's play one more time before you get to play. So I'm going to put some pennies in my cup and flip it over. Now, I'm going to count how many we can see. Okay, count with me. 1, 2, 3. We can see 3 pennies. We have to think about how many we can't see, how many are hiding. Okay, let's go ahead and count to the 3. 1, 2, 3. Now let's count on till we get to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so when I counted on, I started at 4 and I counted to 10. I counted 7 pennies that I think are hiding. I'm going to move the cup and see if we were right. Count with Miss Murphy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We were right. Kiss our brains. Let's write our number sentence. 3 plus 7 equals 10. I'll fold it up for you to see. Okay, now it's your turn. I want you to find a few small objects, 10 of them. Maybe some pennies like me. Maybe you have some cereal, or you have some small pieces of rice or some pasta noodles, anything small, and then find a cup or a jar to hide them in. I want you to pause the video and I want you to play for a few minutes. Then you will unpause the video and we'll move on. Good. I hope you enjoyed playing hiding bears. Now it's your turn to show me what you've learned. All right. You're going to get this slide here in a moment. You will be able to move the bears and write in the box to show me. Let's look at number 1. Okay, there were 10 bears in a cave. 2 bears came out of the cave. Here are the 2. How many bears are still in the cave? 2 plus what equals 10? Number 2. There were 10 bears in a cave. 5 bears came out of the cave. How many bears are still in the cave? So here's the 5 that came out. How many are still in the cave? Number 3. There were 10 bears in a cave. 4 bears came out. How many bears are left in the cave? Friends, you will fill in these blue boxes to tell me how many bears are still in the cave. Use these bears, use the 10 frame or the number line to help you solve these problems. I will be sending you this slide only for you to move it around and then submit it back to me when you're all finished. Let's review our objective. Today we were trying to find combinations of 10. Were you able to make combinations of 10? Thumbs up. Good. Friends, I can't wait to see how you found out how many bears were inside the cave. If you didn't quite understand today's lesson, we will review tomorrow when we're back in class. Bye now. See you next time. Stay safe and stay warm.